negation approach. Yeah. And usually in our natural logic thinking, it is not quite natural. People use this negation way of thinking. Yeah. Yeah. But in our query, so there is a special case. So we need to use this special way. Yeah. Last time we did one example. Yeah. But this time I just want to, summarize. So we will not do a new example. We just, discuss about that example. The properties. In this coming part B of homework assignment number 3, so I'm working on it. I will give you 15 query questions. So in part B, I plan to give you 2 negation questions. Yeah. So let you practice 2 negation questions. All right. So let's look at the, right, this method. Find the tuples that satisfy some requirement. Yeah. Find those tuples such that for each tuple, the result that the requirement is not satisfied is empty. So that is, because this is our goal, okay? Yeah, goal, yeah. But usually, when we need to do this, the requirement, so usually it contains the, all information. So we can identify, because in the question, you cannot see directly if you need to apply this negation approach or not. But this word, like an indicator, so give you, a strong signal. So you may need to use the special negation way. That, so you switch. All right, switch. So that is the, the switch. Switch to this. Find those tuples that such that for each tuple, the result that the requirement is not satisfied is empty. That it's all, right? So yes, here let me use a diagram to explain this idea. Because think about when you have a general requirement, then you want to apply this requirement to check your query table. Your query table. You have many rows, right? So in your query tables, many rows. Some of the rows the condition not satisfied. So some of the rows condition satisfied. All right. So then the question is, do you want to just display part of the rows that satisfy the requirement, or all of them, right? So that's different. Part of it, or all of it, So that's different. So here, how to represent all of it? Then this negation. So you need to look at the, negation side. Negation side. Or the complementary side. The complementary side is empty. All right. So the requirement is not satisfied. It's empty. All right. So then the other side. So all of them satisfy the requirements. So that idea. All right. So let's look at this question again. So last time we did this one. So this time let's try to understand another time. Retrieve the name of each employee who works on all the projects controlled by Department 5. here you can see in this sentence, not too long, but we need to, when we understand this sentence, we need to be very careful. Yeah. We need to, the logic behind it, we need to fully understand. Yeah. All right. Works on all, yeah, so here you can see this all, okay? All the projects controlled by Department 5, that condition. Yeah. So here there is a question called controlled by Department 5. Yeah. What's that? Yeah. So here in my grading, in my SQL question grading, I found one problem. Several students, so they do not have good understanding on this. What is the project controlled by the department? Okay, yeah. They misunderstood. So here, let me explain that understanding first. Controlled by department. Right. All right. Here we have a project table. In this project table, so we list the project information, project number, project name, right? Yeah, like project location, then department number, yeah, something like that. Okay, yeah. But there is one department number field, yeah. So it's like called a DNUM, okay. So this column tells you that this project is controlled by this department. Okay, so that information. Yeah. So why I reviewed this part? Because there is another table related to the department. So we want to separate the meaning. Another table is the employee table. Employee table. We have a lot of employee information, yeah. But there is a last field, DNO, department number. Okay, so the department that this employee belongs to, right? Yeah. Then, so some students, yeah. So I estimate 2 or 3, yeah, about 3 students, yeah. They understand. Because they controlled by Department 5. Yeah, they use this table because you have the department information, right? Yeah. So they use this information. No. Yeah. It's not good. You should use this department number information, not that information. Yeah. Why? The logic, because they are different. They are different. This information tells you this particular employee belongs to this department, right? Yeah. So that's the information. But it may not give you the information certain project is controlled by the department. Yeah. So why? Yeah, because this kind of thing could happen. One employee, it belongs to one department, but this employee may not, this employee may not work on the project controlled by Department 5. Yeah, because you can think about, in a department, although this department controls one particular project, but it may not be the case that all the employees in this department work on that project, right? Some of the employees in that department work on project, but some of the employees work in that department, they do not work on that project. Okay? Yeah. So you have to use that works on table, because works on table really gives you which employee works on which project, right? So you cannot get around this works on underscore on table to get that information. Yeah. To connect, yeah, because here you need to connect. controlled by that department, the project. Okay? Yeah? Yeah. Yeah. Things like that. Okay. All right? Yeah. 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 So that's that question. Yeah. So here, controlled by Department 5. Yeah. So here you can see Department 5 controls a list of projects. List of projects. Okay. All right. Then this employee, the current employee, also works on a list of projects. There are two lists of projects. Now you need to study the relationship between these two lists of projects. Okay? Employees list, department list, okay? Department 5 list. Okay? Yeah? These two different lists. What is the relationship between these two lists? Okay? Yeah. Yeah. These two lists we can treat as two sets. Two sets. Yeah. Yeah. So set operation. There is a set operation you need to study. Okay? All right. Yeah. So let me write clearly. Yeah. So let me use the space. So yeah. 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 Set A. Set A. Okay. Now let me just write employees list. Okay. Set B. D5's list. How about that? D5, Department 5. D5's list. Okay? All right. So now, employee works on all the projects. So the whole, all, right? Yeah. So the whole list controlled by Department 5. So the whole list must be a subset of D5's list. Subset. Okay? Yeah? Because all the employees' projects are controlled by D5. That's the meaning. Okay? So that's the translation. Okay? After translation, you can get a relationship. What's the relationship? Right? What's the relationship? If you draw a diagram, yeah, so here, let me draw here, diagram. Okay? Big circle. Big circle, that's the B set. Yeah. And there is a smaller circle inside the big circle, A set. Yeah. Because this employees list is completely inside that D5's list. That's the relationship. Okay? That's the relationship. All right, yeah. So so the first step, you understand the meaning, the relationship, the meaning. The second step, you need to do the representation. The second step, do representation. Okay? Yeah. How do you do this kind of representation? Right? Yeah. Now, this negation approach. Yeah. This negation approach. Okay? Yeah. From the employees list, yeah, set A, you remove all the elements that belong to D5's list. Set B, then it's empty. If you do that operation, it's a set subtraction. Yeah. If you do that operation, then it's nothing left. Nothing left, it's empty. Okay? Yeah, it's empty. Yeah. All right. So that's the logic, interpretation. Those projects controlled by Department 5, but now, actually, this interpretation, now we can see after we, this understanding may not, it's not right. Yeah. I wrote this before, but later I found this understanding not quite right. Yeah. Those projects controlled by department, that's B, right? But now worked by current, yeah. So here you can see this description is different from our previous understanding. So here, let us do comparison. Yeah, so here, that's not the right way interpretation. let us do comparison, compare. Yeah, so here, we do practice. Compare, what's the difference? Yeah. So this understanding, our previous understanding, what's the difference? So this understanding, all right. Project controlled by, that's set B, right? That's the set B. Yeah. But not worked by the current employee. Yeah. Yeah. So not worked. So here you can see not worked by current. So here you can see the difference. Here, let me draw a diagram to show you the main difference. Yeah. Otherwise, you get confused. Yeah. It's very easy to get confused. Yeah. So that's why I treat this type of questions the hardest in this class. The hard part is this understanding part. Yeah. All right, so here, let me show you the key difference. Yeah. Key difference. Yeah. All right, here. Let me still draw a big circle, B. Big circle, B, okay? Yeah. All right. Then, there is a circle. Yeah. All right? Yeah. So, smaller A circle. Yeah. But here, let's draw the general case. There is an overlap. A case. All right. Now, those projects controlled by Department 5, but not worked by current. Yeah. That's this part, right? Yeah. Because for the project in this part, that is B except A, right? Yeah. Form and empty. That's different, right? That's different. So this case, completely in, this we translate the expression to this. Yeah. A except B, this is empty. Empty. But that one is, this is empty. So here you can see different, right? These two statements, different. A minus B and B minus A. It's different. Okay? Yeah. From the diagram you can see the difference. Right? Yeah. 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 Right. All right. Question? Yeah, I hear some students say something. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Empty set. Oh yeah. So if that, just the opposite, right? Yeah. If like this, if we use this statement, then it becomes B is inside A, right? A larger. So A larger. B inside. Yeah, because this outside part is empty. That means there is no outside part, or inside. So that's different. The meaning is different. Inside. Yeah. Okay, right. So you need to, when you get two sets, you need to see which one is inside the other one. Okay, not in that opposite way. Okay, yeah, which one is the larger set? Which one is the smaller set? Okay, yeah. All right. All right. Yeah. All right. Let me look at the chat message. Yeah. So. does B except equal empty? Right. Yeah, it's correct. B except. So in our second statement. Yes, right. B inside. Yeah. All right. Understand negation approach. Yeah. So So we already drew the diagram. Contribute. Yeah. So this is different. Yeah. Because this one. Oh yeah. So here, A becomes B. Project worker by employee. So just opposite. Yeah. Yeah. A except B. Yeah. Just opposite our notation. Yeah. So here you can see. So the D5. So because here we use this is a D5's list. Yeah. This is E's list. This is a D5's list. Okay. Yeah. But this is different. So here we want to say this way is different from the question. Yeah. This is different from the requirement of, so do not treat this the same as the requirement of different from the requirement of the original question. Yeah, okay, yeah. So at this point, I haven't created these two questions I plan to give you in our last assignment. Yeah. So I plan to do this two questions, one from the Northwind database. Okay, Northwind. Yeah. I already posted the script. Yeah. So in our part B, so you can download the northwind.sql. Then you can install on your local machine. Then you can use SQL version 8, because on your machine, so you use the most recent SQL version 8. Yeah. So different from the W3 School version 5. Yeah. So then you can use that, with clause, SQL with clause. Yeah. Yeah. Then, so I want to. So for Northwind, I need to create one such this negation type question. Okay, yeah. It's not easy, but I will try to find. Yeah, I think I should be able to find one. Okay, then in our company database, I will find one. Okay, yeah, company database. Yeah, find another one. Yeah, all right. So then regarding our final. Yeah, so here, let me say a few words. Our final arrangement. Okay, yeah, final arrangement. Yeah, final exam. Yeah. So let me use the space here. Let me talk about our final arrangements. Final exam. Okay, yeah, final exam. Final exam, remember, based on our official test time, 2 hours, right? Yeah, so longer than our usual test. If we use the regular class time, that's 75 minutes, much shorter. So we need to look at the, it's a 2-hour test. All right. That means we have plenty of time, right? Yeah. Longer, so the time should be enough. Okay. All right. Yeah. But the part is, we need to do complex queries. Yeah. That part pretty hard, right? So you know the complex. Yeah. After you do practice in homework, assignment number 3, part B. Yeah. So I will give you in 1 or 2 days. Okay. Yeah. If not today, then tomorrow. Okay. 1 or 2 days. Yeah. So then also give you more than 1 week to complete. 1.5 week to complete. Yeah. So the last one. Then in our final, the main part of final is about the complex query. The main part. Okay. Yeah. Complex query. All right. Yeah. That complex queries, we will have 15 questions. Okay. Same number of questions as in the homework assignment 3B. Yeah. 3B. Yeah. 15. Yeah. So then I think in this way, you know, my arrangement, I plan to do in this way. Part A, 10 questions, I want to put it in a quiz type, quiz way, okay? Yeah. Quiz number 5. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So part A, 10 questions. The same as quiz 5. Okay. Yeah. Our last quiz. Yeah. Last quiz. Quiz 5. Yeah. Yeah. I can assign a little earlier. Okay. Yeah. So not this weekend, probably next weekend. Yeah. Next weekend, you know, just a few days before the final week. Yeah. But still give you 1 whole week. Yeah. 1 whole week to complete. Yeah. All right. Then in the 2-hour test time in this classroom, so you just completely work on this 15 complex query questions. Okay. Yeah. So you work in the classroom. Okay. Yeah. So this still online. Okay. Online. Yeah. John? Yeah.
The complex queries, will we be writing those out in class, or will we do them in class, but we can still use a computer?
Yeah, use computers. You can use computers.
I was curious.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. You can use computers. Okay? All right. Yeah. Northwind and company, these 2 databases. Okay? Yeah. So 2 sets of questions. Still, the arrangement exactly the same as that of HW3B. Okay? So the format. So format of HW3B. Okay? All right. Yeah. 3 questions. Sorry. Yeah, because 3WB. 7 plus 8, so 15 questions. 7 plus 8. 7 from Northwind. 8 from company. Okay? Yeah. 7 plus 8. All right. So then, yeah, so even the question, yeah, so some aggregate functions, yeah, we need to practice some aggregate functions, then some functions with clause, right? The with clause, we need to practice a few, yeah. So then, one negation. So each database, we need to do one negation questions, yeah, so like that. Andy? Yeah.
So is the main part final exam open notes?
Yes, yeah, open, yeah.
Oh.
Open everything, yeah. Open everything, yeah. Our class material, yeah. Everything, yeah. Yeah. Final, all right? Yeah, so do your mental preparation, okay? Yeah, yeah. 15 minutes into our, 15 questions in 2 hours. If they are brand new questions, then you cannot complete, right? Because they are not brand new questions. They are very similar to your homework assignment 3B questions, right? Yeah, yeah. The logic pretty much the same, yeah. But the content could be different, I use different tables, different conditions, yeah. That part different, yeah, yeah. The method used, yeah, same, yeah, same way, yeah. Yeah. But even in that, so you need to spend quite some time because you need to understand, right? So you need to, make sure you do everything correct, yeah. Sometimes you may need to test a little bit, yeah, but you do not need to test all of them, right? Yeah. Some questions, when you have some doubts, yeah, probably you test a little bit, yeah. Yeah. Some questions, so you have no doubt, so then you don't need to do any testing, yeah. All right, yeah. Yeah. So that's about so I want the thing, arrangement for the final, yeah, yeah. Because some students may want to ask me a question in the final, so let me give you ahead of time, yeah. All right. So when you work on homework assignment 3B, so targeting the final. Okay? All these 15 questions targeting the final. Yeah. All right? Yeah. Okay, yeah. So that's this one. Then we move to next one. Yeah. Let me see how much time. Yeah. How much time? Yeah. So let me switch to sample project because that part is a little more important. Yeah. So because the remaining part I can do it next time. Yeah. All right. Let me give you the sample project. Then you can start working as early as possible. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Let me switch to the project first. I will upload the sample code. Okay. After the class, I will upload the sample code. Yeah. Yeah. Zip file containing, all the files you need. Yeah. All right. First, let me show the demo. Yeah. Oh, let me start with the project description first. Then I show you the demo. Okay? Yeah. The project description. Yeah. Although long description, but most of the features I give you. Yeah, I give you. Yeah. Most of the basic features. Yeah. Then I add a new feature for the standard part and one feature for the extra credit. So 3 features, but one is the extra credit feature. Yeah. Yeah. Two of the 3 standard features. Yeah. All right. First, let me start with the project description. Yeah. All right. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Cool. Project description. Project number 2. Okay. All right. I post this PDF file. Okay, I post it. Yeah. So the standard feature, main features are added later after you download, you run. So you have this enter data part. Okay, enter data. Yeah. Each table, when you select each table at the bottom, you can enter new data, add. Yeah. All right. So that's the one feature. Yeah. Then we switch table, hyperlink. Yeah. So that's already in our first sample project, University View. In that one, we can already switch to tables. Yeah. But this time, when we switch to any one of the 5 tables, we can do the data entry part. Yeah. Enter data at the bottom. Yeah. After that, we need to edit. So each row, there is an edit button. So when we click, click one of the edit buttons, so then the data retrieve, you need to retrieve the data, display in the editable fields. Yeah, these fields, editable fields. Okay, then you can change the data. Then you click update button, so you change it. Okay, yeah. So that's another feature. Then delete. Each row, there is a delete button. So you click the delete button, that you can remove this row. All right, another feature. Then another one, transcript feature. Transcript. So here you put a transcript link. Yeah, you click this link, then you display the transcript table. Yeah, transcript table. The structure is like this. So this is a screenshot part I cut from the textbook. Okay. Textbook, the transcript. Yeah. But you need to show an HTML file. Your link points to HTML file. Actually it's a PHP file because you need to process data. You need to access database, process data. So it's a PHP file. In a PHP file, so you display this table. But in this table, you need to use your PHP code to control this table. Okay, all right. Yeah. So then you display this transcript. Yeah. Then another, because I want you to practice the AJAX technology, small AJAX technology. Yeah. So it's very important, although it's a, old technology, but so useful. Yeah. So I want you to practice this technology called AJAX, this AJAX technology. AJAX technology, I will use a video. Yeah, so I plan to explain, give you an introduction to this AJAX technology. Yeah, remember in our midterm review, in that class, remember that tornado, right? We canceled one. So then after that, I record a video. But when I record a video, I only use the 30 minutes to do the review, yeah, because, you do not have a lot of problems in your 2 assignments. So each assignment, I only use 15 minutes. Then I have about 40 minutes left. So I plan to use that 40 minutes to talk about, give you an introduction to AJAX technology, okay? Explain the background, why we use this, yeah. So I use that fill in that 40 minutes slot. Yeah. But I will give you a link, for convenience, I can attach the video to our current video. Yeah. But that, this part is from that 40 minutes. So because that's our official class time. Yeah. So we need to use that official class time, 40 minutes. Yeah. All right. But cover the AJAX topic. Then here there is a small feature to use AJAX, show max button. Yeah, for here in the sample code. Yeah, when you click the show max button, we showed the maximum value of the first column display here. Yeah, here we use the AJAX way to retrieve from the back end server side to retrieve the data. Then we show here the basic idea of the AJAX technologies. When we retrieve the data, we do not need to refresh the page. Yeah. So for the non-AJAX way, every time you make any change, you need to update the whole page. Okay, refresh the whole page, reload the page. AJAX way, the nice thing about AJAX is you do not need to do any change on the whole page. You only need to update a small portion of the page, then you just do that small portion, okay? Do not touch, for all other areas, no touch. Yeah. Only update a small portion of the page. Then it's much faster. You don't need to reload the page, okay? Yeah. So for that idea, so we practice AJAX a little bit. Yeah, so that's nice technology. Yeah. Because in the real world situation, AJAX technology is so useful. Yeah. Here I give you two simple examples about the successful usages of the AJAX technology. One is when you do Google search, there is a suggestion list, right? When you type keyword, first few characters, a list of suggestions. That's used the AJAX. Because when you type, you cannot refresh the page, right? Because that's not convenient. But when you type, JavaScript function is called, the JavaScript send a request to the server side. Yeah, so the server side will look up the database, then send you back a list of suggestions. Yeah, list of suggestions. That communication is the AJAX way. That communication is the AJAX way. So that's the first simple example. Second example, Google Map. Yeah. So when you use the Google Map application, you can use your mouse to drag locations on the map, right? Every time the map is updated, yeah, that feature is implemented by the AJAX. Yeah. Why? Because in that situation, you cannot refresh the page, right? Yeah, you don't want to refresh the page. So when you do not refresh the page, but you still need to update your page, right? The map data. You need to update the map data when you move the mouse cursor, right? When you move the mouse cursor, the coordinates of your mouse is sent to the server side by a JavaScript function. The JavaScript function uses the AJAX technology to send the data to the server side. So the server side returns the map data to the front end. So your front end, after receive the map data, now you display you update the new map data. So that's another usage of AJAX. Yes. So for that reason, through this project, I want you to practice a little bit, yeah, for understanding purpose. Practice this AJAX technology a little bit. Yeah. All right. Then new features. Yeah. So the standard new features, I give you two standard new features. 1, 2. Then optional, the third one. Okay, multi-row insertion, but that's the optional one. Okay. Yeah. So let's just look at the standard one. The first one, pretty easy, because I want you to practice this AJAX technology. Okay. AJAX, in the sample code I give you, I only do the show max feature for the first table, first column. Okay? First table, first column. Yeah. I did one. Yeah. So I'll give you the code. It's very simple. Now I ask you to change it to all the tables and all the columns. You can change table. Yeah. Change table you by the hyperlink. Okay? The hyperlink. Yeah. Yeah. So you click hyperlink. So change table, yeah. Our sample code, we already have that. But we do not have the feature about how to change a column. You need to find a way to change a column. So, okay, yeah. You need to select a column first. Select a column first. Yeah. So let me show you a little bit. So, the first feature. Yeah. All right. Let me cut this part. screenshot a little bit. All right, then I show you. Yeah. All right. So here, the first thing, we click any of the hyperlinks, you can change the table. After that, then the second question you need to do, you need to find a way to select a column, one of the columns. Find a way. Yeah. So, which way you like to use select column? Yeah. So one way you can use this hyperlink way, right? Yeah. So you can make titles of the columns hyperlink. You click hyperlink. Yeah. So here, change columns. Yeah. So you can use your own way. So here I just give you some ideas. Yeah. But when you make a decision, base your own preference. Yeah. All right. The first way, the hyperlink way. Hyperlink way. Yeah. So similar to this way. Yeah. Hyperlink. You click. You need to figure out how to store the table number, because each table there is a table number. You need to store that information. Okay? Yeah. So that one. In our sample code, we all have it. We have all those things. Yeah. So after you get familiar with the sample code, so now you can do your new features. Yeah. Hyperlink way is first. Another way, yeah. If you, for example, you can, each, beside each title, you can put a radio button, right? Yeah, that's also okay. So then you click that radio button, you select that, right? That's another way. Yeah. So here I just give you some examples, radio buttons. Okay, yeah. If you have other ideas, you can try. Okay, yeah. Other ideas you can think about. So here, I give you two obvious, ideas. Yeah. Other ideas. So what are other ideas? How to select a column? You need to find a way. After that, then you click the Show Max button. Then that particular column, the maximum value of that column you display in this small gray box. So that's the first feature. Okay, yeah. So you need to do some work, but not too much work. Okay, you need to do some work, yeah, but not too much. Okay, all right. That's the first feature. Yeah, but the second feature, then you may need to do a little more work. Yeah, little more work. The second feature, undo the previously deleted rows. You need to do a little more work. Okay, all right. Since people may make mistakes on deleting the wrong data, right? Yeah, so if it's a wrong deletion, we don't want our data, get permanent loss, right? We don't want that permanent loss. Yeah. So we want to protect our data. Yeah. Protect. So we want to make all the deletions are recoverable. That's the idea. All the deletions are recoverable. Okay? All right. So we should allow the users to undo the wrong deletions. So add a button called undo at some convenient location on your page. Okay? Undo. Yeah, you can, put some convenient location. If there is no previously deleted data at the beginning, no previously deleted data, so this button is disabled. Yeah, so you show the button in a disabled format. Yep, so not clickable. Okay, yeah, nothing. Yeah, it cannot do anything. Yeah. But when there are a few deleted rows, this button is enabled. Yeah, so you can click, okay, enable. All right. Then, when you click this button, the most recently deleted row is brought back. Yeah, that row. So to recover that row, yeah. But that row, remember, when you bring it back, there is a table containing that row, right? Yeah, because you have total 5 tables. When you bring it back, so that row belongs to one of the 5 tables. So you should display the page showing that table. Yeah, because after you bring back, you want to show people, I bring this row back, right? You want to show people. So you need to show that same table first. Yeah, all right. After you bring it back, yeah, so that deleted row is recovered in that table, but you want to highlight that row so that people see you bring it back, right? Yeah. So you want to, change the background of that row, okay? So gray, for example, okay? The original table, the white background, so you may make the background gray of some color, whatever color you want to choose. Yeah. Just the highlight. Yeah. So this row, I just recovered this row. Yeah. So I want to make people see this row is a recovered row. All right. Yeah. All right. So that meaning. Yeah. Yeah. And that's just you bring back one deleted row, right? Think about if you deleted multiple rows, then you can, by clicking that undo button, you can recover all of them. Okay, not just the previous one. Okay, then another one. Yeah, you keep undoing, right? You keep undoing. You can recover all the previously deleted rows. Yeah. But to do that, you need to store the information about all the deleted rows, right? So that's why the last sentence I put here. You may create an internal table to support this feature. Every time you delete a table, you need to store the information in your internal table. Yeah. So which table you delete, right? That row, the content of that row, right? Yeah, whatever. So you need to find a way. Yeah. So here, yeah, you need to use your understanding to make this feature work. Okay? Yeah. So here I do not tell you the specifics. Okay? Yeah, because there are so many different ways. Yeah. So I allow you to use your own creativity to do that feature. Okay? All right? So you need to store which table first. The second, the order, right? So which one is the first deleted? Which one is the second deleted? And so on. There is the order. But when you recover, you need to use the backward order, right? The most recently deleted, then you recover it. Yeah. Then the second most recently deleted, then you recover, and so on. Okay? Yeah? Yeah. So these 2 standard features you need to complete. You need to complete. Yeah. Think about how much work you need to do. Okay? All right. So after that, yeah, so extra credit feature, so here I do not explain, yeah, because that's the extra part. Okay? You look at the description yourself, the requirement. Yeah, yeah, it's optional. Yeah, so here I do not spend time on the extra feature. Yeah. All right. Then the remaining 10 minutes, I want to show you the demo. Okay, the sample code, the demo. Yeah. So I think 10 minutes should be enough. Yeah. Yeah. But the next class, after I complete the, there is one topic of indexing. Yeah, I finished that part. Then I want to explain the sample code. Okay? Yeah. The sample code. Yeah. So the logic, the method used to help you understand the sample project. Yeah. So then you can modify the code. Yeah. All right. Yeah, here. Yeah, let me bring up my IDE, NetBeans. Yeah, all right, here. Yeah. Here, yeah, although I have, this project, let me look at the chat messages. Okay, no chat messages. Yeah, so let me just, yeah, all right, all right. Yeah, so let me run this project first. Yeah. All right. So show you again. Yeah. So yeah, because here I already get my server prepared. So here the example, I already start a Apache server, MySQL database server, yeah, already. Yeah. So then I just need to copy the code. The code I also show you after you download. Yeah. After you download the zip file, so I will upload this zip file. Yeah. UniversityEditData zip file, so you get this folder. So we have, all these files. Yeah. All right. Yeah. All right. That way you need to copy the code. Yeah. So here. New project. Yeah. PHP application. Yeah. That. The project name here I call University Edit Data 2. Yeah. So yeah, I have several versions. 2. The new version. Yeah. All right. So that. Yeah. So yeah, we just accept. Yeah. All right. Finish. All right. Yeah. Input. Now. Oh yeah. This view. This old one. Yeah. This new one. Yeah. This empty project here. Yeah. Okay. Next, I copy paste the files here. All right. So all the files I need to copy paste. So I select all. Then I drag and drop to the this under this project node. Yeah. All right. So copy there. Yeah. All right. Then I need to run the project. Yeah. Actually, we need to run this interface file, right? Yeah, but last time we couldn't run this file directly. We couldn't run this file directly. Yeah. We can only run the project, but when we run the project, we can run the whole project. But when we run the project, we get a welcome file, right? We get an index welcome file. So, but this index file is an empty file. Yeah. Although here another way. So here, let me try to do another way. Let me open this file. Yeah. Let me copy paste. Yeah. Copy all the content here. Yeah. Then let me just paste to this index, index.php, because this is a welcome file. Okay. Yeah. So when we run the project, so this file is brought up automatically. Yeah. In that way, when we run the project, we can see our front page. Yeah. See. Yeah. Index.php. Yeah. Not because. Yeah. So if you can run any file, then it's easy. Yeah. But if it's not, here I copy paste. Okay. This is another way. Otherwise, you need to type. You need to type uni input.php. Yeah. Here. Okay. You change the last PHP file. Here. You type. Yeah. That's also okay. All right. Yeah. So here I show this is extra credit feature. Okay. Extra credit feature. Yeah. But yeah. So here probably I need to give you a single row feature because this one I want to show for the extra credit. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, yeah. Probably I will give you a single row version. Yeah. I will give you a single row input version. Okay. Yeah. But here you can see it's very easy. We can do any of the features. Let me show you the edit feature. Edit. Yeah. So it changed number. Right? Let me change. If it's a 5, I click update. See 5. Okay. Yeah. You know. Delete. Yeah, because I want to delete this row. Okay. Yeah. Look at this row. Delete. It's gone. Delete. Yeah. It's gone. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Things like that. Then the transcript here. I haven't attached the transcript. Yeah. So later I will give you a version to attach the transcript. Show max. Yeah. Click. Oh, yeah. This one I haven't attached show max. Yeah. So let me find the right version. So I put all of them together. Okay. Transcript, show max. Yeah. I have a version. Okay. Transcript max and a single row input. Yeah. Single row input. Yeah. So that's as your starting point. So when you start, so you have, you know, those basic features. Yeah. After that, you add two new standard features. Yeah. This one just to, you know, give you the extra credit. Yeah. So here, this multiple rows I want to use because when I create, so here, let me tell you why I use this one. Because when I write that extra credit feature, I need to produce the interface first, right? So this one I use to produce the interface when I write the extra credit feature. Yeah. So then I do this screenshot. I cut the screenshot. Then I put in my project description. Yeah. So I use for that purpose. So you see, yeah, here. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So in that way, so I give you a overall understanding of our project number 2. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So oh, I see a chat message. Yeah. Grant, what a lot error? Oh yeah, error. Ascending, descending order. Yeah, I haven't talked about that. Ascending. Yeah, let me click. Sort ascending, descending order. See, descending order, right? Yeah, descending. Oh, sorry. Oh, this is ascending order. Yeah, one is ascending order, one is descending order. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So this is ascending order. This is descending order. Is that? It's not descending order. Oh, what's wrong? Yeah. This looks like not a descending order. Yeah. How about that? One ascending, one descending. Yeah. Yeah, but why this one is different? Right? Yeah. This looks strange. So ascending order looks, still not quite right. Yeah. Intra. After mathematics. Yeah, that's strange. Yeah. Intra. Yeah. What's the problem? Yeah, yeah. Whatever it is, I try to do that. Okay, I try to do the ascend. Yeah.
Intro goes after discrete, which makes sense. If you click the same arrow twice, does it like have strange behavior?
Same arrow twice.
Like
Yeah.
if you click that one more time, it seems like it just goes back and forth.
Yeah.
Like, are you able to click an arrow 3 times in a row?
Yeah, we can clear, but here we use a parameter to control. If you clear multiple times, the same thing. Yeah, the same. Yeah, look at the parameter here I used in this bar. I use the parameter to control the, direction. Yeah, search direction. Yeah, but why this is not in ascending? For others looks fine. Other ascending, descending looks fine. Yeah. Others looks fine, but But this one is, yeah, I do not understand, yeah, the problem, yeah. You can play around, yeah. So when I give you the sample code, you can play around, yeah. Here, but the reason I added these arrows, I want to show you how to use parameters to control, different properties, yeah. Use the parameters, yeah, yeah. So that's this direction, dir equals 1 equals 0. So 1, 0, then you show different direction, okay? Different direction parameter. Ascending order, descending order directions. Yeah. Yeah. All right, let me complete this. Yeah, I think I run out of time. Yeah. Let me just